Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Dear students, we are solving the questions relates to double column cash book. Already we solved two illustration, correct, right? Let's move to solve one more illustration under double column cash book. The question is like this: record the following transaction in a double column cash book for the January 2017 and balance the same. Usually we start the illustration like business started with the cash, that is two capital account, cash in the hand, two balance brought down, and cash at bank, two balance brought down, bank column amount, correct, right? But here let's see some other changes. Okay, I'll write the question. Jan 17 cash in hand rupees 7,500 and bank overdraft Jan 1 bank overdraft 12,500. So bank overdraft means what? If the owner, current account holder, withdrew the amounts more than his deposit, then it is called as bank overdraft. So always bank overdraft is considered as negative balance. Actually you have 10,000 in your current account, but you need urgently 15,000. Then you can withdraw 15,000 if you have a current account. Okay, then that is called as bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is a negative balance. So opening balance, we assume that say for example, this side we will record the transactions like two balance brought down, correct, right? It means what? Positive balance. It is not a negative balance. Okay, but if we record this side, credit side, then that if we record any amount, opening amount in this credit side, then it is called as negative balance. So bank overdraft always comes under credit side. By balance brought down, clear, right? Bank is opening his account on negative balance. Okay, so this side debit and this side credit, you know, and heading you must write double column cash book. Double column cash book, clear? And draw proper columns on each side. First column date, and next one for receipts, and one more small column for LF, ledger folio, and cash column and bank column. Again you need to draw some columns, date, LF, and again cash book, cash amount and bank amount. So fill the columns, date, receipts, LF, cash in rupees, bank in rupees. Again date, all the payments, and LF, ledger folio, and cash in rupees, bank in rupees. Clear? Clear. So usually in the previous two illustration, directly opening balance will be opening balance written as two balance brought down, cash in hand amount in cash column, cash at bank in bank amount column. But now in this case we can't write like that, because January 1 cash in hand we can easily 2017 January 1st cash in hand, just write two balance brought down 7,500 in a cash column. But can we write this bank overdraft in this bank column? No, because bank overdraft is a negative balance, so that's why 2017 Jan 1st we should record the amount on this side as by balance brought down. Amount in bank column 12,500. Clear? Clear? So the next transaction, Jan 3, paid wages, amount 600. So all the payments we should record and the credit side. So how we can record this? By wages account. Very simple. By wages account. Mention the date Jan 3rd, amount 600. Cash column. Why? Why? Because they are not mentioned whether the wages is paid through check. That's why we should assume that transaction as cash transaction. That's why we can record amount under cash column. And the next transaction, Jan 7, goods purchased. Goods purchased and paid by check. Amount 2,400. Amount 2,400. See, goods purchased. So what purchased? Goods purchased. Just write by purchases account. By purchases account. And the next one, Jan 7, by check. They paid through check. That's why check, when check comes, then amount under 2,400. Clear? So suppose goods purchased and paid cash, or goods purchased for cash, then that amount under cash column. But now in this case, that amount recorded under bank column. And the next one, Jan 10, cash paid into bank. Cash paid into bank, amount 8,000. Amount 8,000. See, cash withdrawn from bank, at that time I told that when a transaction affects both cash and bank, then that transaction is called as contra entry. Then such entry is passed for such transaction, then that entries are called as contra entry. Contra entry means what? That if a transaction affects both the cash and bank. Okay. See, now in this case, cash paid into bank. Here, paid means what? Deposited. Cash deposited into bank. To deposit something or to deposit cash to the bank, we have to pay cash. At that time, bank increases, cash decreases. What is the journal entry for this transaction? Can you say the journal entry, or can you pass the journal entries for this transaction? Yes, you can, because you know how to classify the accounts, how to apply the rules, correct, right? So now see, cash paid into bank. Our cash shows decreased value. Both are assets, correct, right? Okay. So now cash decreases, bank increases. According to the rules of asset, increases in asset is to be debited. So now bank account debited to cash account. To cash account, correct, right? So as it is, we can write to cash account by bank account, left contra entry, bank amount in cash column, cash amount in bank column. This is a simple logic behind this contra entry. But in a simple agi heladadre, since cash paid into bank, when we depositing cash into a bank, our bank shows increased, a bank increases, correct, right? Bank receives 80,000, bank received 8,000, not 80,000, bank received 8,000, and our cash decreases, correct, right? So this is the contra entry. C, you should write the word letter C under the LF column, C in front of that amount, and so here bank account amount recorded under bank column, so to cash account. To bank, what we deposited? Cash. Okay. So here by bank account. To, for what reason we deposited, or to where we deposited amount? To bank. So Jan Jan 10, Jan 10 and Jan 10. So this is the contra entry. When a transaction affects both to cash and bank, then such transaction, then for such transaction we need to pass a contra entry. Clear now? So now here there is no effect to bank, here there is no effect to cash. Okay, so bank increases, cash decreases when we depositing cash into bank. Same way, when we withdrew cash from bank, at that time our cash increases, bank decreases. But now this is the opposite case. We are depositing. Okay. So at that time our bank shows increased value, our cash shows decreased value. Clear na? ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ವಿಡ್ರೀವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. That is payment side, this is the receipt side. Only this much. Okay. And move to next one. Jan 12 cash sales. Rupees 5,000. Cash sale. Cash sale means what? To sales account. Receipts amount, receipt side to sales account. Jan 12. To sales. So 5,000 under cash column. And the next one, establishment expenses. Jan 13 paid establishment expenses. Establishment expenses how much? Expenses by check. See this? By check rupees 2,000 and one more transaction I'll write here. Commission received. Commission received rupees 3,000. Only this much transactions we have to cover. So paid establishment expenses, all expenses, very simple. Whatever the expense, general expense, salary, wages, rent, interest or paid commission, whatever that, if expenses comes, then just direct write under payment side by establishment expenses, by establishment expenses account, mention the date, Jan 13, write the amount because that is by check, so 2,000 under bank column. Very simple. And next one, commission received. You know this, where to record. So Jan 18, commission received to commission account. So in which column? Whether bank or cash? Yes, because it is cash. If there is not mentioned about check, then we should assume the transaction as cash transaction. Means cash, we transacted that amount through cash. Okay. So now this 3,000 amount under cash column. Just once again check if you any transactions, no, right? Cash in hand we recorded, bank overdraft negative balance, that's why recorded under credit side as by balance brought down. And next one, bank overdraft, paid wages. Paid wages means expenses, goods purchased and paid check, by purchases, check amount bank amount column, and cash paid into bank. I told that it's a contra entry. So it's affected both side, credit side and debit side. Cash sales, very simple, to sales. Paid establishment, that is by check, by establishment expenses, amount in bank column. Commission received, amount in cash column under debit side. Now what's the next step? Yes, totaling. Totaling must be in the straight line. Clear now? Okay. So greater amount, as per the instruction, greater amount should record under both sides. In which side it shows lesser value, there we need to balance the amount. The same amount should brought down for the next month and carry down amount in above the total column and brought down amount in below the total column. Carried down always at the end of the month, brought down always first day of the month. So now total it 7,500 plus 5,000 plus 3,000. 15,500. 15,500. This side only 8,600 is there. So greater amount is 15,500 less 8,600. 6,900. What is this? Yes, that is by balance. Carried down. Carried down. Date 31st January 17. Okay. In the next side, here only 8,000, but there 12,500. Our payment is more than our receipt. So that side showing greater value. 12,500, 2,400 plus 2,000, 16,900, but here only 8,000. So we need to write this amount 16,900 on the both sides. 16,900 minus 8,000. 8,900. Okay, 8,900. So this side comes closing balance, to balance carried down 31st January 17. We need to brought down on both sides because our cash receipt is more than cash payment, but bank receipt is less than bank payment. Okay. So now first of next month, to balance brought down 6,900, and here by balance brought down 8,900. Date first of next month. Clear now? Let's see fourth illustration. I record the following transaction in a double column cash book for January 2017 and balance the same. Okay. So Jan 1st, the transaction like this, cash in hand 22,500. How we can record? We know that. So 2017, so draw the columns first. Date receipts LF cash bank, and again date payments LF cash and bank. Don't forget to write debit and credit on both sides. Okay, and heading double column cash book. So cash in hand to Jan 1st, to balance brought down. So here very easy, there is no negative balance, means bank overdraft is not there. So cash in hand, cash at bank, to balance brought down, cash in hand 22,500, cash at bank 10,000. So both side opening balance 22,500 and 10,000. And next one, Jan 3, purchased goods for cash. Purchased goods. So purchase means what? Expense. So expense payments. 2017 Jan 3, by purchases account. By purchases account. Amount 4,000 in cash column. Why? Purchased goods for cash. And the next one, paid insurance by check. Insurance payment or any other expenses, traveling expenses or refreshment expenses, all these are considered as expense. That's why we should record under credit side, that is under payment side. So by insurance account, by insurance account, that is by check. So 2,000 in bank column and Jan 7 in date column. Okay. And next one, very important transaction, 100% exam ke baruvanta question, deposited into bank, very important. This is what? Contra entry, 100%. Okay. See, deposited into bank. What is this? How we can record? Just before that, pass a journal entry for this. In the previous sum, I told that bank account, bank increases, bank account debited to cash account, correct, right? So like that we can record easily, or else when we depositing cash into bank, our bank increases 5,000, bank shows increased value, and at the same time cash decreases. 5,000 shows decreased value, 5,000 shows increased value under bank, means receipt side, correct, right? So, and in front of that we should record C, contra. It means what? Contra entry. So, on each side we record contra entry, and the next one, bank, before bank to cash account, to cash account. Okay, what we deposited? We deposit cash into bank. Okay, and here by bank account. By, what is the reason to deposit cash into bank? We paid 5,000. That's why by bank account. And the next step, Jan 9. Recording the date. Jan 9. Okay. So deposited into cash, deposited into bank. Cash deposited into bank. The second one, withdrew cash from office, or withdrew cash from bank for office use. It is also a contra entry. Okay, so cash account, cash amount in bank column, bank account, bank amount in cash column. Clear na? And next one, cash received for sale of goods, rupees 12,000. Cash received for sale of goods. Okay, so what is it, for what reason we received cash? Because we sold something, that's why. So to sale, Jan 16, amount 12,000. We received cash, not check. So cash amount, amount in cash column. And the next one, received check from Joseph. It's also very important. Received check. See, just if the transaction is like this, received check from Bharat or received check from X, okay, and if amount is given, okay, here, see, received check from Joseph 3,000. If transaction continued as Joseph's check deposited on same day, or just see, received check from Joseph and rupees 3,000 and deposited on same day, then we can record this amount under bank column, or else we can't record that amount in bank column. Why? Because check anna deposit madade, bank ge deposit madade, check cash ge transfer agodilla. Okay, that's why that amount is recorded as cash, recorded under cash column. So if check received deposited on same day, then only we can record that amount under bank column, or else we can't record that check amount in bank column. Instead of recording the amount in bank column, we must record that amount in cash column by writing the name of person, or else we can mention check in hand, amount, date, amount, date in receipt side, check in hand, amount in cash column, or else we can mention the person name, as I'll write here, Jan 10, okay, Jan 10, and next one, oh yeah, Jan 9 contra entry, and cash received on 10, and Jan 12 received check. So received check means what? To Joseph's account. We can't record that amount in bank column because that here they didn't given or specified that the check deposited on same day. That's why that amount must be record under cash column, not under bank column. See, if it is in this transaction continued as deposited into bank, deposited same day deposited into bank, then we can consider to Joseph's account, then we can record this amount under bank column, or else we can't record that amount in bank column. So just record the amount in cash column. And see the next transaction, Joseph's check deposited into bank. Is there any amount here? No, right? So it means what? previous check which is check received on 12th, right? That on 13th, that same check deposited into bank. So we should consider this amount only. Clear? This 3,000. So Joseph's check deposited into bank. So how we can record? Is this a contra entry or not? This is contra entry because here we debited 3,000, correct, right? So now we need to cancel that cash amount. So this is contra entry. This comes out, we need to pass the entry for this check deposited at that time when we depositing check or when we depositing cash. Previously we considered that check as cash, right? Now that same cash is depositing into bank. So our bank shows increased value 3,000, okay, and cash shows decreased value 3,000. So now this cash cancelled to this amount is cancelled to this, like that, okay. So now this is a contra entry. Write C under LF column, and next one, Joseph's check deposited. So we deposited cash into bank, so to cash account, okay. So to whom we are paying? So to bank. So by bank account. So by bank account. Bank amount in cash column, cash amount in bank column, okay. And mention the date. Depositing into Joseph's check Jan 13 and Jan 13. This is a contra entry. So just if you receive check, then you cannot consider that receipts of check as bank. It does not affect directly to the bank because you just received, not yet deposited into bank. Just ನಿಮಗೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾಶಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಚೆಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಚೆಕ್ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ you have to deposit that same check into your bank. Then only bank can credit that amount to your account. Correct, right? So that's the reason. So this the next one is considered as contra entry. Joseph check deposited into bank. It means what? Cash deposited into bank. Okay. So next one, Jan 18, cash withdrew for a personal use. If the owner of the business withdrew cash for personal use, then it is considered as a drawings. So drawings comes under credit side. By drawings. By drawings account. So 1,000 amount in bank column. Withdrew from bank. Okay, say for example withdrew from office, then that amount can be recorded under cash or else it's recorded under bank column. That's why. Okay, so drawings account here not mentioned cash withdrew for personal use. So 1,000 you can record under cash column also. Suppose withdrew from bank, then bank column. Here just cash withdrew for personal use. So you can assume that cash withdrew from office for personal use. Okay, office drawer, you withdrew 1,000 amount for your personal use, then it affects to cash, or else cash withdrew from bank, then it affects to bank column. Now the next step is we covered all the transaction. So totaling, clear? Totaling the account. So here 22,500 plus 12,000 plus 3,000, 37,500. Both sides 37,500. This side shows lesser value, right? So 37,500, 3,000, 4,000, 9,000 minus 4,000. 24,500. What is this? Yes, by balance, drawings Jan 18, by balance carried down Jan 31st, by balance carried down. And next one, next side 10,000, 15,000 and 18,000. That side only 2,000, so record 18,000 this side and this side also. 18,000 minus 2,000, 16,000. So that is a 2 balance carried down, and that same amount should brought down for the next month first date 17 as 2 balance brought down, amount 24,500 and 16,000. Here is the end of this illustration. Correct? We covered all the transaction. Here deposited into bank, it's also contra entry, affects to cash and bank. And here if just you received check, not yet deposited, that's why this amount is considered affects to cash only. You consider that check as you check in hand, so you can assume that check as cash. So cash, then check, Joseph check deposited into bank, amount is not given here, so you should consider this amount, the previous transaction 3,000. So then it is considered as a contra entry because you depositing cash into your bank. Next one, cash withdrew for personal use, drawings. I hope you understood this illustration, how to solve this transactions and all. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.